Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I did talk a little bit about safety before. This will be about younger road users. The system of certification is part of what we did together with Tomasz Mackon for the town hall of Gdańsk. In order to make sure that I meet the presentation limit, I made a recording for the further slides. Next slide, please. We received a commission as a result of the involvement of the city of Gdańsk in the International School Chance project under Interreg project. But the main idea for the city was that too many children, too often, are driven to school by car, which of course has social, health and environmental consequences. The main challenge was to develop a certification system in such a way that schools should feel motivated to participate, the city should feel responsible for the program, and that we assure a continuity of the certification problem. We devoted a lot of time to develop criteria so that the certification be achievable, but that it would require certain commitment on the part of the schools. The implementation of the tasks used standard certification procedures, internal programs for the project, which defined the minimum scope of the certification and the way specific tools are done, and this we based on the experiences of other partners of the project. The entire certification process takes about a year and consists of 4 phases, 10 stages and 27 steps. At preparation stage, schools learn about it and undergo self-assessment. Based on that, at the end of the planning stage, they decide what level of certification they're going to apply for and what sort of measures they're going to take. At the level of assessment and monitoring, awards are given based on the measures achieved in the implementation phase. We suggested 3 levels of certification: bronze, silver and gold, depending on the criteria. This certification is valid for 3 years, but every year it is verified based on a short self-report. If a school stops running measures to support mobility, the certification will be null and void. To keep the certification after the 3-year period requires going through the process once again and demonstrating positive measurable improvements or changes towards increased mobility. The certification system was proposed as a municipal program. In this way, the mobility of the school community was included in the general city policy, and the budgets were granted, assuring the realization of the projects. Guaranteeing an amount for the schools in the city budget, we made the certification program attractive for the schools. At the level of schools, we decided a group of criteria in 6 areas related to transportation behaviors of students, infrastructure and organization of traffic at school and its vicinity, mobility policies, road safety policy and education. The various criteria were allocated points. In the different areas we suggested obligatory criteria, based on which we established the minimum level of points so that the schools are forced to make comprehensive actions, and also facultative criteria which can increase the eventual score after the obligatory have been met. In addition, for the benefit of the assessment process, we created an assessment calculator that included all the elements. The supplement to the calculator were 4 catalogs of good practices in which, while we maintained the division into the previous categories and numberings, we propose additional measures which could allow to meet the criteria. 3 catalogs are dedicated to schools. The 4th includes organizational and technical solutions in school and its vicinity, which are not subject to evaluation in the certification process, but they could improve the organization and the standard around schools. The certification process is connected to local audit and surveys for the employees of the schools. The results of the surveys and the audit can indicate areas which need to be improved, and there's supposed to be a certain help for both schools and the local authority as to where the activities have to be undertaken first.